Good evening, guys. Today we will see how to set up our very own penetration testing distribution, that is Kali Linux, on VMware. So to begin with, first we will set up VMware. In order to download VMware, we will go to the website. I'll just search for VMware Pro on Google, and the very first website, that is by VMware. The first link, we will click on this. Now VMware has changed the way it distributes its software, that is the VMware Workstation Pro. Before, the professional version used to be paid, but now they've made it free for personal use. So this is good enough for us to begin with. So what you want to do is just go on this website, and below you will find a link, okay, which will redirect you to the page where you can download the software. So just click on this VMware Workstation Pro download. Now this will redirect you to the Broadcom website, where you will have to create an account and sign in order to get access to the to VMware Pro and download it. So I've created an account. I'll just log in, and this will take me there. Yeah. So we'll just wait for some time till the page loads. So as you can see, VMware is available on the Broadcom website. What we want to do is we want to select the second option, that is VMware Workstation Pro for personal use on Windows. If you're using a Linux machine, you can select the third option. And however, in this case, I'm using a Windows machine, so I'll just click on this, and I will select the latest version of VMware. So it will redirect me here, and what I have to do is I just need to uh, click on this. Okay, before that you might have to agree to the terms and conditions, then only you'll be able to download the VMware Workstation Pro. Okay, so here I won't be clicking on this because I have already downloaded VMware Workstation Pro here on my machine. Okay, and you will get an exe. So what you have to do is, once you download it, you just have to double click on it and run it. So you will get a prompt. Just wait for it. Yeah, so this will start running. So as you can see, so what we want to do next is we just want to click on next and agree to the terms and conditions. Okay, so this you can mostly ignore. Make sure you select the right path. Just keep on clicking next and click on install. So this will take some time to install. Once that is done, I will show you how to set up Kali Linux. And while this is installing, what I wanted to do is I wanted to download the Kali Linux from its official website. Okay, so just go on Google and click on Kali Linux download. This will download. Should give you the link. Go to this site, and basically we want to, since we are installing Kali Linux on VMware, we basically want to select a virtual machine. Okay, we won't be installing directly from an ISO file, so we'll use a virtual machine. So just click here, and since we are installing from VMware, you will have to click on the first option for download. If you are doing it on VirtualBox, you can click on the second option, and this will download Kali Linux for VirtualBox. Since we are doing it on VMware, we'll select the first option, and this will begin the download. Now I'm not clicking on this because it's a 3.1 gigabyte file, and this will take a lot of time, and I've already downloaded. So you will get a zip file like this, okay, which is a .7z, that is a zip file. Now, in order to extract this file, I will use a software called as 7zip. This is available. You can just go online and search for 7zip. It will direct you here. And since we need the Windows installer, so we will click on this first link, and it will download 7zip. Okay. So once you download 7zip, just double click on it and see the path where you're installing. Once that is done, what we can do is, by default it is installed in the program files folder. Okay, so I click on program files, I will go to 7-zip and I will basically run this exe. Okay, 7zfm. So we want to search for the zip file which we have downloaded for Kali Linux. So once you do this, just select the Kali Linux zip file, click on extract, and make sure you select the right path and you have enough space in your machine. So let's say at least minimum keep 20 GB of space for Kali Linux. Okay, and this will extract the zip file, and I have extracted it in this VM. So this is the extracted Kali Linux. Now let's have a look. VMware is installed. Now let's go ahead and run VMware. Okay. Yeah. So make sure you select use VMware Workstation 17 for personal use. Since we are not using for it for any commercial purposes, we don't need a license key here. I'll click on continue and finish. Now let's see how we can set up a machine. So since we already have Kali Linux and we have extracted it, and this is not an ISO file, what I need to do is I just need to click on open a virtual machine. We are not creating one here, we are just need to open a virtual machine. Okay, so I will go to the folder where I've installed Kali Linux. You can see this is the folder, and you need to select this file. Okay, the virtual machine okay, virtual machine image file. Okay, machine, just click on open, select this, click on open, and as you can see, all we need to do is we have to run it. But before we run it, we'll just make a few changes in the setting. So make sure you at least have 2 GB of memory for this. Since I have sufficient memory, I will select 4 GB. Processors, yeah, this is a good option. You can also select it as one. This doesn't make much of a difference on your on the way it runs. And by default, the current size is 13 GB, so I have sufficient space for Kali Linux to run. Okay, and make sure your network adapter is selected to NAT. Now I'll explain the concept of bridge network and network later on. We will learn that in computer networks and how does it function in VMware. So for now, just click OK, and what you can do is just click on power on this virtual machine. Just click OK here, and soon your virtual machine will be powered on. Just click on enter. Okay, it will take a few seconds to be start. It depends upon the RAM you have allocated. Okay, now once your machine starts, you will get a you'll have to log into it, and by default the username and password to log in into Kali Linux is nothing but Kali Kali, Kali. So once you type the username password, just click on login, and you will be logged in into your Kali Linux virtual machine. Okay, so this is our own penetration testing distribution. As you can see, it's just like a normal Linux machine. One interesting thing about Kali Linux is by default you have most of the tools which we'll be using for performing penetration testing available on this. So you don't have to install any additional tools unlike other Linux machines like Ubuntu. So Kali Linux comes packed with all the tools available on it, such as Burp Suite, which we'll be using a lot, SQL Map for to perform SQL injections, uh, info tools for information gathering like Maltego, Nmap, Spiderfoot. So yeah, this is how we can set up Kali Linux. And yeah, I kind of don't like the theme here, so let's just change the wallpaper. You can change it from here. Yeah, this is my favorite. Okay, so that's all on how to set up Kali Linux on VMware. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.